Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
And KELY News, sponsored by Sahara Motors, ready for all seasons. The Kawasaki Ridge XR Crew Limited HVAC side-by-side keeps you cool in the summer, dry in the rain, and warm in the winter. Conquer any trail, creek, or blizzard while staying comfortable the whole way. Check one out today at Sahara Motors. We got just a trace of precipitation yesterday at Yellenfield. A few sprinkles this morning down Vegas way. They got a half-inch of rain, and of course, that meant flooding. Here, we are going to see partly cloudy skies today, the high 49 degrees. A Nevada inmate has been convicted in a deadly riot inside Ely State Prison that left 3 persons dead. A White Pine County jury found 34-year-old Anthony Ribera guilty on 3 counts of murder with a deadly weapon, along with multiple counts of attempted murder and battery by a prisoner. The July 2024 attack, captured on prison cameras, showed several inmates using makeshift weapons while staff watched from a secure control room. Warning shots with pepper balls came about 14 seconds after the violence began. Officers didn't enter the unit for about 11 minutes. 3 inmates killed, including 22-year-old Connor Brown, and nearly 20 others later charged in connection with the brawl. Ribera, who had been serving time for conspiracy to commit robbery, now faces a possible sentence of life without parole when he returns to court March 9th. The incident led to Nevada Department of Corrections moving about 2,000 inmates from Ely to High Desert State Prison near Las Vegas, and that prison has since seen its own wave of homicides. In news from the special legislative session, lawmakers may be nearing the end of that session. 2 major items, the film tax credit expansion and Governor Lombardo's criminal justice package, still awaiting final action in the Senate when Day 6 began yesterday. Only the crime bill advanced, passing the Senate just after midnight on a 16-2 vote. It now returns to the Assembly. Several other measures stalled, including an appropriations bill for SNAP administration and a proposal to address health care provider shortages. Lawmakers also approved funding for legislative security and clarified rules around work-related lung disease. Late last night, senators adopted a constitutional fix to a school zone safety bill. The bill would double fines for traffic violations in school zones and give schools and local governments flexibility to design the zones themselves rather than the processes in place, which make changes difficult and subject to lengthy approval processes. Lawmakers passed a major crime bill backed by the governor with a new amendment limiting federal immigration agents from entering school grounds without a warrant. The Senate approved the amended Assembly Bill 4 on a 16-2 vote early today, I should say. The wide-ranging legislation expands penalties for DUIs and assaults and allows Clark County judge to create a resort corridor court program around the Las Vegas Strip. Bill now goes back to the Assembly for final approval before heading to the governor's desk. Lawmakers adding a new item to the governor's special session agenda, a bipartisan bill targeting corporate and hedge fund purchases of residential homes. Senator Ira Hansen says legislators filed a petition to include the measure, marking the first time a special session agenda has been amended this way. The bill, modeled after earlier legislation from Senator Dina Neal of Las Vegas, and would create a registry to track corporate home buyers, aimed to keep large companies from outbidding families in a tight housing market. Hansen says about 15% of Clark County homes now owned by corporations, calls the issue critical for young Nevadans priced out of housing. Lawmakers expect the bill to process the bill quickly without extending the session. White Pine County Sheriff's deputies handled several calls on Monday Deputies assisted staff with a problem involving a person at a local health facility. A stolen four-wheeler reported in the city. That investigation still ongoing. At local schools, 2 juveniles referred to juvenile probation after being found with vaping devices. Deputies also responded to a battery at a county facility. That case forwarded to the district attorney. A missing person report taken involving someone traveling from out of state who has not yet been located. A deputy cited a person after finding a child left unattended in a vehicle outside a business. Other calls include found property, an abandoned vehicle turned over to state police, and a custody exchange issue. No new bookings. Well, the 2025 Ladycats Soccer team keeps piling up accolades. Brooklyn Reed, Peyton Lawrence, Julianne Hughes, Laura Trujillo, and Ainsley Giles made first-team All-State, while Miley Oxenborough and Reese Mastis made second-team All-State, with Jaylee Williams, Jillian Bath, and Cadence Johnson getting honorable mentions. Senior midfielder Peyton Lawrence also named Conference Most Valuable Player. She averaged 0.9 goals per game, 0.7 assists per game, had 174 steals all season, and 106 shots on goal. Congratulations to the Ladycats soccer team for bringing the championship to White Pine County, along with a lot of honors. At 8:20 for Sahara Motors, that's news from the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.